The news day continues here on One News Now. I'm Pauline Verzosa. Defense Secretary Gibo Teodoro and the Chinese Foreign Ministry had another exchange of words about territorial disputes yesterday. Teodoro said in a press conference in Canberra, Australia, that China is stepping up pressure on the Philippines to give up its sovereign rights in the West Philippine Sea. He said that the Philippines are direct victims of Chinese aggression. Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesperson Lin Jian immediately responded to this and said it was the Philippines that previously triggered provocation in the contested portion of the South China Sea. The exchange between the two came on the heels of the Marcos administration enacting two landmark maritime laws that strengthened our claims in the West Philippine Sea. Meanwhile, Senator Francis Tolentino says the country's new maritime laws are not meant to escalate tensions, but to uphold and protect the country's territorial integrity. Here's an excerpt from his interview on The Big Story.
Yung sinabi ko po, siguro I need 5 hours of your time to explain all of this.
Bullet points lang, Senator. You said that to fortify our and then naging choppy na po eh.
Yes, it will fortify our claims, entitlements, etc. And it will serve as our title and birth certificate to the seas which we are claiming and which we really own. Kasi ang nakafocus lang tayo sa West Philippine Sea. The narrative should also include the Philippine rice, the Benham rice which is now called Talampas ng Pilipinas. So I just talked to Secretary Manalo kanina, sabi ko, our ambassador was summoned by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs in Beijing. They can likewise do the same. We can summon their ambassador to DFA. Pero yung ambassador na nag-report 1 month na sa Beijing. So ang tingin ko, effective yung loss natin kasi nagre-react sila.
Kumbaga, hindi naman siguro nakakagulat that they would react this way, right?
Yes, automatically.
Wait,
That's
Senator,
correct.
can you give me more details on how that meeting
There are two laws. Which law?
No, the Philippine ambassador to China, Jaime Flor Cruz, was summoned by Beijing, right? Do you have more details on that?
Siguro pina-explain lang bakit meron kayong bagong batas na ganito. So siguro the good ambassador explained that because we have been doing this for the last these laws have been in the pipeline for the last 18 years.
And what did the DFA Secretary Manalo say?
Hindi ko po alam kung anong nangyari na pag-usapan.
Pero
I'm not privy to that.
Nung nakausap niyo si Secretary Manalo, like you said, no,
Ang
pwede rin...
sinabi ko kay Secretary Manalo kanina, patawag din niya yung ambassador ng China sa DFA.
That would be a serious
and providing a copy
escalation.
of the law.
Yeah, but
That's not escalation. That's explaining our position, showing them copies of our laws, providing them. Baka mali kasi yung intindi nila. So the enactment of the laws are not escalatory. It is a fulfillment of our commitment to enact laws pursuant to UNCLOS.
Senator, we know that these are laws and there are violations to laws, which would mean we'll probably record more of those violations. What are the fines?
You're referring to the West Philippine Sea or Philippine rice?
Both.
There have been no violations thus far when it refers to Philippine rice. Pero look at the archipelagic sea lanes law. Lanes po yun eh. Doon dadaan yung mga barko. So, hindi po pwedeng kahit saan dumaan yung barko. Pag dumaan yung barko doon, it will be recognized by the International Maritime Organization.
The Philippines has explicitly labeled China's baseline declarations around Scarborough Shoal as illegal under international law. The National Maritime Council said China violates both the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea, or UNCLOS, and the 2016 Arbitral Award. This comes after China's foreign ministry published geographic coordinates for baselines around Scarborough Shoal. Beijing claims that this was a natural step to manage its marine resources and is consistent with international law. We'll be back with more stories after this break. Keep it here on One News. Welcome back. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Pauline Verzosa. Tropical cyclone Ofel has further strengthened into a typhoon. Its center was last spotted some 475 kilometers east-northeast of Virac, Catanduanes. It is forecast to make landfall along the east coast of Cagayan or Isabela tomorrow. Ofel is forecast to steadily intensify within 24 hours. Signal number 1 is up over Cagayan, northern and central portions of Isabela and Apayao. The same goes for the eastern portion of Kalinga, the easternmost portion of Mountain Province, and the easternmost portion of Ifugao. Leaders of some of the major pollutants in the world are absent in this year's UN Annual Climate Conference, or COP29. China and the United States did not send any representative in the conference currently being held in Baku, Azerbaijan. The heads of state from China, India, Germany, and France were also not present in the event. British Prime Minister Keir Starmer caught everyone's attention at the conference with his bold environmental proposal. Starmer announced that his country will aim to reduce its greenhouse gas emissions by at least 81% on 1990 levels.
I was pleased to announce that we're building on our reputation as a climate leader, with the UK's 2035 NDC target to reduce all greenhouse gas emissions by at least 81% on 1990 levels. Our goal of 1.5 degrees is aligned with our goals for growth. But a global problem also requires global partnership, responsible international cooperation.
Colombia has declared a state of national disaster after several towns and cities were submerged in floods. Colombian President Gustavo Petro said their government will prioritize the capital of Bogota, La Guajira, and Choco for emergency relief. The torrential rainfall in the South American country started last week and caused the severe flooding in selected areas. Over 30,000 families are currently displaced in Colombia because of the weather. Now, is it acceptable to stand in a parking slot to reserve it? Well, in Marikina City, there's already an ordinance that prohibits this. At para bigyan ng mukha ang balita, Mobile Journal, Evan Tarinque.
Marami ngayon ang mga nagva-viral sa pagtayo at pagbantay sa mga bakanting parking slots. Pero sa Marikina, bawal ang ganitong gawain at may parusa ang lalabag.
Kaliwat kanan ng mga video na ito online kung saan ang mga tao mismo ang tumatayo sa mga parking slots para i-reserve ito. Pero ang mga motoristang nakausap ko, eto ang say dyan.
Hindi naman talaga pwede i-reserve yun, tsaka hindi naman pantao yun, ba't sila tatayo doon, di ba?
Na-experience ko rin yan. Nakakainis kasi nauna ka biglang may tao nakatayo, so hindi ka makapark kaagad.
Sa Marikina, mahigpit na ipinagbabawal ang pagtayo para magreserba ng parking spot sa ilalim ng Ordinance 002 Series of 2023. Sakop na ordinansang ito ang mga parking space sa loob ng Marikina, private man o public ang lugar.
Sa lahat siya ng establishment sa Marikina, mapa-church, school, private establishments like banks, malls, groceries, lahat ng may parking space.
Sino mang lalabag sa ordinansang ito ay maaaring pagmultahin ng 1,000 piso o pagganap ng 8 oras na community service. Sa kasalukuyan, wala pa namang naitatalang kaso ng paglabag sa ordinansang ito. Layunin din daw ng LGU na mapairal ang disiplina at parking etiquette ng mga Marikenyo sa mga parking spots.
Kung maaari sa buong bansa, para at least alam mo yun, madisiplina lahat. Hindi lamang yung pagpupunta ka lang ng Marikina tsaka ka lang magiging strict.
Pagdating sa parking, palaging first come, first serve. Pero sana naman, patas ang paraan natin upang makuha ito. Mobile Journal, Ivan Tarinque po, hatid ang mukha ng balita.
And those are the top stories of the hour. I'm Pauline Verzosa. We are One News.